Hey everybody, doing a tabletop response for G's Mikey. I did this before, I think it was about a year ago. I showed a bunch of Yankees. This time around I'm going to show some stuff from my Puerto Rican PC. But I'm going to leave a link to the Yankee video I did in case anybody wants to check that one out. But I was re-watching it and I wanted to change a few things because for that one I used my entire table. I took all the boxes out and everything. But what I noticed was a lot of the cards towards the back and towards the corner you couldn't really see them. So this time around I decided to just choose like a portion of the table. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch cards out, do a few clips. That way I can still show a bunch of different cards, but hopefully you'll be able to see them a bit better. But yeah, here we got just a bunch of Puerto Rican player autos. Jose Cruz, he signed it like up here. We were supposed to sign it down here like that one. A few players in that set did that. I don't know why. That's Sandy Jr., Pudge. I guess I don't have to name every single one, but see some Edgar, several Wangan autos. Delgado, more Edgar. There's a Roberto Alomar. This card is usually in my Yankee box because it has Tino Martinez on it, but for this video it's a Roberto Alomar card. Several Jose Vidro autos. Some more Cruz Jr. Ricky there. I remember I first saw him batting in the Puerto Rican Winter Leagues. Had one of the sweetest left-handed swings I ever saw. I thought he was going to be a major superstar, but didn't quite work out. He had a few good moments with the Yankees. Was on 2 championship teams. It's my only Molina brother autograph. Benji Molina. That's the thing Mikey said, when you do this to kind of appreciate what you have, which I certainly do, but it also kind of makes me notice some of the things that I'm still missing that I want to get, which is not a bad thing because it gives me some stuff to look forward to, stuff to pick up throughout the year. But yeah, I'm going to end this clip here and switch these out and come back with another assortment of cards. Alright, so here's a few more. Here we go. Let's take a look at these. Got some Felipe Lopez up top. Javier Vasquez, several Javier Vasquez. I got these 3 Javier Vasquez from AR Falk 77, one of the early care packages I received earlier in my channel, which is really cool to get that from him because he was like one of the most well-known guys on YouTube at that time. So for him to think enough of me to send me those cards was just, again, just really awesome. Got some Luis Matos, who I think has been managing in Puerto Rico the past few years. A few Kansas City guys. Kiko Calero. More Vasquez, more Lopez. Mike Lowell, Giovanni Soto. Some Alex Rios. Alex Cintron, he was part of that whole Houston debacle a few years ago. This guy has the same last name as me. No relation, at least, not that I know of. But yeah, you see some of these guys are like, as Mikey would call them, El Benchos, or just some flat out didn't make it type guys. But as I've said, with my Puerto Rican PC, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be all-stars or Hall of Famers. As long as you were born in Puerto Rico, or one or both of your parents were born in Puerto Rico, as long as they have that Puerto Rican heritage, then they qualify for the PC. JC Romero was a pretty good reliever. But yeah, there's that stack right there. Let's get these out of here and replace them with some other ones. And a few more autographs here. I think most of these guys have been hanging around the big leagues the past few years. You got Derek Rodriguez, the son of Ivan Rodriguez. I think he was with the Rockies last year. Eddie Rosario was a big part of the Braves championship. This whole row here is a bunch of former Twins guys. Barrios, Kenny Vargas. The Twins always seem to have some young Puerto Rican players in their system. They have another one right now who's supposed to be a good prospect. Isan Diaz, Caratini, Kike Hernandez, rookie auto, that's a good one. I got that for free from Jack Labrizzi a few years ago. He pulled that on his channel and I asked him how much for it and he just sent it to me for free. That's this community for you. Got some Jose De Leon. I got this one for just 98 cents, which some people might say that's still too much to pay for that, but Still a guy who's pitched in the big leagues for 98 cents. Not bad at all. That's kind of what I like about this Puerto Rican PC. You can get stuff like that without having to pay too much. It's just kind of a nice side distraction. As much as I love collecting Bernie Williams and my New York teams, I'm just the kind of person I constantly need something different to grab my attention. Might be why I'm not married. But yeah, this Puerto Rican PC works perfectly. Whenever I get bored with my other stuff, I can just look for stuff like this without having to spend too much money. But let's end the autographs here and let's look at some relics. So I'll just do one clip of relics. Just picked out a few of my favorites here. Got a Delgado piece of a base up there. Several Ivan Rodriguez relics. I surprised myself with how many Ivan Rodriguez relics I had. This one has Juan Gonzalez and Palmeiro. But obviously the Juan Gonzalez is the Puerto Rican player there. Cruz Sr. Gotta get some more stuff of him. One has A-Rod and Edgar. It's there because of the Edgar, of course. Got the Molina boys there. Javi Lopez. Really need to get an auto of him. I'll say I want to get an auto of him. Obviously I don't need to, but would really like to get an auto of him. One of the best Puerto Rican players of the 90s. Obviously these are the centerpiece there, the Clemente bat and jersey card. Got the Beltran WBC. I really want to get some more WBC Puerto Rico stuff too. Pretty nice Delgado patch. My friend traded me that like 20 years ago. Some nice Beltran patches. That's a nice patch there. That one has Vidro and Vasquez. But Tony Armas, who's not Puerto Rican, has the best looking patch on that card. Nice Juan Gon piece of his batting glove. Mike Lowell, who I think both of his parents are Cuban, but he was born in Puerto Rico. Eddie Rosario, that's a new one there. Nice patch on that. Vasquez, got that from Dorset HOF years ago. So I'll end the relics there, but let's look at a few more clips. So I wanted to make a clip from my non-baseball Puerto Rican dudes because it's not just baseball. I collect them in pretty much everything. Got some basketball, some Shabazz Napier, Carlos Arroyo. Obviously Sam Cassell and Andre Miller are not Puerto Rican, but they're cool. They can hang. Love that Carlos Arroyo auto number to 25. You'd be surprised, but it's really tough to find some nice Carlos Arroyo stuff at a good price. Some Mo Harkless, JJ Barea. Even got some wrestling. Carlito and Primo. Homicide. Pretty sure I got this from Egg. I think that was the first care package you sent me, Egg. Homicide auto. Some relics. Even got Hector Macho Camacho. So again, pretty much any sport, any Puerto Rican athlete. I've been thinking of even expanding to like maybe Puerto Rican actors if I can find stuff like that. But again, just anything to keep it evolving, keep it fun. But let's move on to another clip. And wanted to show some of this other random stuff that I had top loaded. This just has me kind of in a card showing mood, so decided to lay out some more and show them. So you got some of the like oversized stuff that I don't put into the binders, like the 89 Bowmans, some number stuff, Delgado Legacy. Ruben Gomez, got that from my guy Jason Aaron Goldberg. Really good channel. You guys should check him out. For whatever reason, doesn't get the views and comments that he should. Got that Clemente at a card show from Ricky Russo. I'll always remember that one because I think that was the second time I ever saw Ricky Russo at the card show, and he kind of showed me that he pays attention to my videos, because at that point I hadn't really shown a lot of my Puerto Rican player stuff. I think I had mentioned it like once or twice, but he knew that I collected Puerto Rican players, and so I hadn't seen that in the showcase, and he pointed it out to me. He knew I would want that, so again, just a little interaction that I'll always remember getting that card. Nice Yachty gold. Yeah, just some thicker cards that don't go into the binders. Numbered cards. Edwin Rios. Kind of interested to see what happens with his career. He started out hot and hasn't really done much since. You got some of this kind of stuff. Pretty sure I have a Roberto Alomar like that, but couldn't find it. Clemente stamped Juan Gun CD-ROM. Got the SP Lindor. Yeah, just a few more random things, so I'll pause one more time and make my final clip. So for the final clip, I wanted to show some Puerto Rican player graded cards. Not a whole lot, but the thing with me and graded cards is I won't really pay a premium for them. I just kind of sit back and wait for some good deals to pop up. Hashtag good deals only, right Dave? But yeah, I would say most of the cards on this table here I paid like $10 or less for, with a few exceptions here and there. But yeah, in order to find deals like that, you just gotta wait, you gotta search consistently, and just hope you find some of those deals every now and then. I decided to put some of my Bernie stuff in here because obviously he's a Puerto Rican player, but I didn't want to make this whole video a Bernie video. That's why he wasn't in the previous clips. There you got some Ricky Day, Vidro rookie. There you got another Macho Camacho. I think these two are the latest ones I picked up. Baerga and the Benito Kmart in a 9. And as you all know, I don't really mind 8 or 9s at all. I'll gladly pick them up if they're at a good price. But with that being said, here are some Bernie 10s. I don't have a Bernie 90 Topps rookie in a 10. For some reason, those have been really expensive the past few years. But I have these other rookies in a 10. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Had fun making this video, but now we got to make sure to put everything back where it goes. So talk to you guys next time.